How's it going, guys? Kevin here. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the necessary parts to upgrade the air compressor on your Muse hobby laser. Upgrading an air compressor helps you gain more control over the laser cutting process and can help provide cleaner cuts with less residue left on the material. For those of you who do not own a full spectrum Muse hobby laser, no worries, there's a referral code in the description below for $125 off your purchase. So here are the key components that you'll need to upgrade your air compressor. First is the air compressor itself. I tend to run smaller jobs and have my laser in my basement, so noise was a large factor in my decision for an air compressor. This California Tools air compressor is fairly quiet, however it's not designed to run more than an hour at a time. It works for me, but it may not for you. If you typically run jobs longer than an hour, I recommend at minimum purchasing a 1 horsepower air compressor, as that will provide you around 20 to 25 psi of continual use for your laser. The next item that you'll need is an air filter regulator. This is going to have a bowl that collects any moisture or water in the line. This is especially important as we do not want any water in the line going to our laser, as that can damage them. The next item here is a couple of auxiliary things to complete the conversion. So here we have 1/4 inch NPT push to connect fittings. This is a ball valve to control the airflow to basically turn it on or off. You could go the more complicated electronic route and try to connect it via solenoid. I chose to just go the simpler route and just easily turn it on and off using one of these ball valves here. Next item we have here is just pneumatic air hose. I chose 6mm because that's what works. On the Muse, there's the barb on the back. This fits over that, and then everything else I spec is for this size air hose. The last thing here, this is just some quick disconnects, so that way I can use the compressor for other projects. This is a little overkill in terms of the number of things that this kit comes with, but I knew I was going to use it for other products, for other projects, so I wasn't too concerned about spending the $20 on this kit. So now that we have everything, let's go take a look at the laser and I'll show you how everything is set up. Alright, so here we have my Muse hobby laser, and you can see on the right here is where I've got my air compressor. So as I mentioned before, this is the California Tools air compressor. I went with the aluminum tank so I didn't have to worry about corrosion. I typically try to drain it at least once a week, if not more often, depending on usage, and if I'm letting it sit, I'll drain it and make sure that it's not sitting filled with compressed air. So here's one of those quick connect fittings that I have right here, so I can easily pop this part off and swap something else on if I want to use it for that. This is again part of the quick disconnect fitting. Here's my NPT fittings. These are just the push to connect into the airline. That comes around the back here into this lovely little laser cut stand that I just have clamped to the back of the table here. That goes in one side right here. This is my air regulator. So you can see I can have it set so it's going to read a little high until it starts running, and then that will drop down. This is where I can drain the water out that collects in the bowl, and then this is where I can actually turn the air on. So if you see, I turn it on there and I turn it off. Nice and simple. And this comes out of the ball valve into another push to connect, and then that goes around to the back of the laser where you can see right here I have this just pushed over the barb here. Sorry if it can focus for you. And then that goes to the internal airlines on the machine. So do note that the airlines are technically only rated for 17 psi. I typically run 20 to 25 psi, and that does seem to work for me, but do that at your own risk, and don't take my word for it. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this video, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe. And if you haven't purchased a Muse and you're looking to purchase one, definitely use that referral code below, and it will help get you $125 off your order. Thanks for watching.